Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Okay, so today I'm at my kitchen table and I am going to show you guys something that I make every single year for my family to stay healthy through the winter months. Now we're already starting to head off into the winter months, so I like to make this with enough time because you do need patience. It's very easy to do, but you do need patience. So you're going to need 4 to 6 weeks to make this. So one of the first things that you're going to need is you're going to get yourself some garlic. The fresher, the better. The larger, the better. You don't want small, tiny garlics, okay? You're going to go ahead and peel. I just spent the last hour sitting there peeling all my garlic, and I have ended up with all the nice little garlic cloves. Okay, so you're going to put those aside. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get yourself some ginger. Okay, so I've got all my ginger here. I got myself about a nice big thumb of ginger, and I've cut it up into these nice little slices. And last but not least is some cinnamon. If you can get organic cinnamon, that is way better than regular cinnamon. And your main ingredient is going to be honey. Okay, if you can get the wildflower honey or the raw honey or some organic honey or even some local honey, that would be even better. Next thing you want to do is you want to get yourself a nice glass that has a lid on it. You want to put that lid on because you're going to need something that's going to be on nice and tight. Okay, so what I've done is in this jar, as you can see, I've already added my ginger. I have cut up my cloves because you want to break it. You don't want to add them in just like this, okay? Because all the good stuff of the clove is still stuck in there. So you actually want to cut it, you don't want to grate it, okay? But you do want to cut it into smaller sections, probably, about that much. But right there, you've already cut it open and all the goodness is going to come out. Okay, so for this is an immune booster. So if you're not, if you're not feeling well, this is great. Let me tell you what I found it's really good for. You know how like when you have those kids and they have their little swollen nodes right here, those little lymphatic nodes are swollen. This stuff is great for that, okay, to bring that down. It's also wonderful for blood pressure, daily blood pressure control. It's great to lower your cholesterol, so it actually goes into your liver and it does work on your liver. It's great for parasites. Parasites in the kidneys, not the adrenals, okay? So believe it or not, there's different stuff that works for different areas of the body when it comes to parasites. And cloves are exceptional when it comes to kidneys. That's why it lowers your blood pressure. Okay, it's great for brain function, better brain clarity, physical performance. If you want to take this before you actually go hit the gym or go to work out, it's great for physical performance. It detoxes heavy metals out of your body, especially out of the brain. This is because garlic is one of the few things that crosses the blood-brain barrier. So it's great for that. It's great for your bones. It fights infection. So if you feel like you're coming down with a cold, you can take it. If you don't want to take it every day, I do it for maintenance, so I take it every single day. It's great for allergies and it's also great for digestion. Okay, so what I've done is I have put it all in here, and then the next thing you're going to do once you have everything in your cup is that you are going to take your honey and you are just gonna pour it in there and let it just ooze around the sides. Don't poke it, don't, nothing like that. Just let it, at the beginning, just let it ooze around the sides. Okay. And it's great. All right. I'm gonna fill a little bit more. And you want to fill it about up to there. So what's going to happen is there is a fermentation that is going to start taking place. Right now, it looks pretty thick and everything, but actually this is going to start fermenting. Okay. Now at this point, if you want, we can stir things around a little bit. Okay. Just a little, not much, because you don't want to overload it with too much honey, because you want the fermentation to happen. Okay. All right, so that's going to give me just a tiny little bit more room. There we go. And we are done. Make sure that your rim is nice and clean, because I have actually made the mistake of not cleaning all the way around that rim and getting that honey off. And then when you put the cap on, you will never get the cap off later on. Okay, so you're gonna put the cap on. You're gonna put this in your pantry or some other nice, cool place, and you are just gonna let it sit there. Okay, you're gonna see the little bubbles and everything else, and it's gonna start fermenting. And after about a week, you know, you can give it a little turn, you know, and just put it right back. Wait another week, give it another little turn, watch the honey go up. Usually by the third week, most of this stuff has already like incorporated into the honey, and it's going to be pretty liquidy. Okay, so I like to let mine go for 6 weeks. I like to just leave it in there, let it sit, and allow it to sit for 6 weeks. Okay, once the 6-week period is up, you want to take a strainer and you want to put it through the strainer, and yes, it will be that liquefied where you can actually put it through a strainer. Okay, once the 6-week period is up, this is what you end up with. This is actually what it turns into. Okay, so I have already taken all the ginger out of there, and the cinnamon, and the cloves of garlic, and this is what you end up with this really nice, super lovely concoction. And you would think all that garlic, I mean, you can taste the garlic. It almost tastes like garlic bread, okay? Because it's really, really good. And so what I normally do is, before I go to the gym, I will normally take 2 teaspoons, and put it back in my fridge. As you can tell, I've already gone through quite a bit. So that keeps me healthy. Keeps my blood pressure down, gives me energy, helps with my digestion. So then I come back from the gym, I can have a nice lunch, and it's going to help with my digestion. It's going to help my kidneys function better. It's great, right? So this is something that I love. And so this one is actually going to be given away. I'm going to give it to a friend so she can have it for the winter. And I'm going to make another one for another friend. So this is great. So the ginger is going to bring down the inflammation, and then you have the garlic that's going to do all that wonderful stuff. And the reason we're adding the cinnamon is cinnamon has a bunch of great properties, but it also counteracts the honey for diabetics. So it's really great. So, and all you're taking is 2 teaspoons a day anyway. And once it's fermented and it's all liquefied like that, it is so good for your body. And I promise you, you got a cold, it's going to kick it out of there. And if you decide to take it daily, it's going to help boost that immune system, and it's going to take you through the winter months without you getting sick, okay, and without you having to deal with any of that stuff. Now, one more thing, since these videos are a little longer, what I want to do right now, I bought a bunch of cherries, right? So there's no way I'm going to eat all those cherries. So what I'm going to do is, and you can do this with any fruit, you can do it with apples, cherries, berries, you know, pineapple, even citrus fruits. You cut them up, same way, cut them up, put them in the jar, okay? And when you put them in the jar, cover them with the honey, just like I did this, okay? The only difference is that instead of closing that jar really tight, you're actually going to leave it loose, okay? Because you want the fermentation to happen. So after about 2 weeks, you're going to have this, I don't know, jam, jelly, honey, preserve goodness, right? So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll do it with pomegranates, because of course pomegranates are very good for your heart. Cherries, especially tart cherries, are very good for your liver, you know, and all these other fruits. You know, oranges for the vitamin C, or any of it. You can do it with anything that you want, and you can actually cause that fermentation. When you put it in the refrigerator, it's not going to stop the fermentation, but it is going to slow it down tremendously. So I like to put it in my refrigerator, and it usually lasts, the fruit will last 4 months. This will last up to 6 months. So you can do it with either one, and it is wonderful. So if you want to bring down inflammation and start boosting your immune system and get all those nice little parasites, you know, out of your kidneys, so you can start bringing your blood pressure down and having it look better, you know, and everything else, then this is the way to do it. This is my favorite way to do it, and the tastiest, because it tastes delicious. All right, so we will see you next week with my next concoction. Please stay happy, stay healthy. As always, you can join me on Instagram. I do lives on there and questions and answers. And I also do this exact video. All the videos that you get them on TikTok in under 3 minutes. So you don't have to hear me do all this talking. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And I love each and every one of you. Stay happy and stay healthy. See you next week.